Welcome to Luxuriously Poor, and thank you guys for stopping by. And if you stick around to the end, there's a pretty good recipe. Now, today I want to talk about food and cheap food, and it's made cheap. I got in a conversation with a lady that's about my age. I think I'm older than she is, and both of us have a bum knee. And she talked about how she really doesn't cook that much. And I said to her, what do you do? Oh, hot dogs, different things. You know, she buys things from the frozen section. By the way, did you know that the school systems now consider Lunchables as considered a healthy lunch? So now they're going to be starting to serve Lunchables in school. How they got that approved, I don't know. All I can think of is a whole lot of money must have been passing from one hand to another to get Lunchables to be considered a decent food for lunch, that it's healthy. Peanut butter, I think, as far it's healthier than Lunchables is. But peanut butter is something she buys. She'll make her and her husband a peanut butter sandwich for lunch. She said that in the end, she thinks she saves more money because she doesn't have to cook. She doesn't have to use gas or electric. She is, to a point, she's right a little bit in some things because you can get a package of hot dogs for $1 or something, and it'll feed. It's 10 hot dogs in there, and if you ate two, and it's only $1 for that and $1 for the loaf of bread, you're looking at less than $2 for two people to eat lunch. So and some things she may have a point. Some people do it because they have no choice. Like if they have a bad week, and I've known people that the propane just ran out and they didn't even have the money to buy the propane. And so they ate things like this until they could come up with the money to get propane. So maybe it has its place, this kind of food. I'm not real sure. I always try to make sure I'm prepared ahead of time, and to me, I think this is a lot of money, but some people don't. I remember when I was younger, a woman that this is all her husband ever ate. I was like, what? She goes, this is all he will eat. He won't eat anything that's cooked at home. He only ate Hungry Man dinners. Shocked me. Some people like these things for $1 something. It wouldn't fill me up. There's not much to it, but some people it would. There's single men, single women out there. I had a friend, her and her husband ended up divorced, and she was looking for things for one person, and she would buy things like this herself because going in and buying a lot of groceries for more than one person could, it got to be expensive, and it was only her. I look at something like this, and I consider this something that you can turn into a meal, and it's $1.97. And it says it feeds, I think it said on the back 15, it's either 13 or 15 people, but I said to myself, I know it would feed 5 people easily. And you could turn this into a dinner. You add a few carrots to it. It's $1.97. As I promised, here's the recipe. Now, cabbage is fairly inexpensive, and this is the reason I'm going to show you this. I'm going to make cabbage patties. My grandmother used to make these when I was a kid, and I like them. I don't make them very often. They kind of remind me of a potato patty, but made from cabbage. Because I boil the cabbage kind of soft. When you add egg and flour to them, you'll see. They come out soft, kind of like a potato patty does. But they're delicious, especially with onion in them. You could add I guess smoked sausage to them if you wanted, or bacon bits, but I don't add anything. I just put them in the water and boil them. I'm going to make what I call Habanero chicken, and it's made from chicken legs. 38 cents a pound for 7 pounds is $2.66, which is less than that Hungry Man dinner that you saw. Now, and that chicken legs, 7 pounds, would feed 5 people easily. Plus chicken patty. These patties here. Now, on the habanero chicken, all I do is season it with, you're going to see this, I'm draining my cabbage. You can see what I'm doing to the cabbage. I boiled it for about 8-9 minutes. I'm going to drain it and let it cool off, because if you don't let this cool off, the egg will cook in it. This is red onion. I love red onion. Tastes really, really good. I'm going to add that to the cabbage, for the cabbage patties I'm going to fry. Here it is. But the habanero chicken, I just season it with garlic powder, salt, black pepper. I'm going to season on both sides, okay? And kicking chicken. It's Weber. I think Weber's kicking chicken. And that's all I do. And then midway through, as you see, I'm adding flour to this. Couple big spoons. And 1 egg. And I'll mix this up. Mix it. Yep. Okay, on the chicken, on the habanero chicken, I'm going to season both sides. And I'm going to put it in a pan that's lined with aluminum foil, and then I'm going to cover it, because it takes a couple of hours. You want to cook it kind of not super fast, but slow. Look at it. This is the habanero chicken. And then you flip it over halfway through, and then you put the lid back on it, and then you let it cook. I cooked it for 2 hours. I did. I have an electric oven, and that's what I cooked it in at 450 for 2 hours. And I seasoned both sides, but then I took a habanero mango sauce and poured it over this chicken. And then I just let it cook for 5 more minutes, and that was it, just to warm up that habanero sauce. They sell habanero sauce. It's habanero mango sauce. This is it. The cabbage patties, I had some extra rice in the chicken. Make sure you get a habanero mango sauce. It's a little bit hot, but not too much. But it's awesome. Now, 7 pounds of chicken legs. This is just a leg. It's not quarters. Now, these chicken legs were 38 cents a pound, and it's 7 pounds of chicken legs. That's $2.66. That is a lot cheaper than a Hungry Man dinner for one. It just is. And this is a lot better for you. And you can actually feed more people.